Oh, but just ask them. I'm here talking about Mia Culpa on
Okay,
February
amen.
23rd, and that's what I'm most excited about right now. I think that's that, and that's yeah, and I'm.
I could see myself in a pit trying to get out, just feeling so heavy that when I would make one step, the weight would just pull me back down.
Whew, y'all. Michelle Williams didn't just stir the pot, she picked it up, flipped it, and poured the whole thing out piping hot. In a recent conversation that had social media gasping, Michelle finally cracked open the well-sealed vault that is Destiny's Child, and what she revealed has folks gagged. Her emotional account of feeling like she was drowning under emotional weight wasn't just about her personal struggles. It was about a bigger, darker storm that had been brewing inside the group for years. And right at the center of that storm, Kelly Rowland, not just the sweet second lead singer we all grew up loving, but someone who's allegedly been harboring deep-rooted jealousy toward Beyoncé. And y'all, it might go even deeper than we thought. It might go even...
What do you think about your friend Beyoncé? She's like your sister. You guys literally grew up together. She's stepping into country.
So proud of her.
I know, but were you surprised? And what do you think about it?
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
So happy for her.
Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
Michelle made it plain. The dynamic inside Destiny's Child was never as harmonious as it looked from the outside. The girl group may have sung about being independent women, but behind the scenes, there were chains. And not the cute kind. She painted a picture of Kelly fighting her way up, only to get pulled right back down, step by step, by the weight of constant comparison and unseen forces working against her. Michelle didn't throw shade. She held up a mirror. And what we're seeing now is years of tension bubbling to the surface. And y'all, this tension wasn't always self-inflicted. According to Michelle, there was someone else pulling the strings the whole time. Enter the puppet master, Matthew Knowles, Beyoncé's father, Destiny's Child's manager, and, if Michelle's hints are to be believed, the man who allegedly choreographed the rise of one daughter by keeping the rest of the group in check. The whispers of favoritism? The suspicions of behind-the-scenes sabotage? Michelle low-key confirmed that they weren't just fan conspiracies. They were strategy. Allegedly, Matthew made sure that Beyoncé would always be the brightest star in the room, even if that meant dimming everyone else around her, including Kelly. Now let's not pretend this is all brand new information. Fans have been clocking the strange dynamic between Beyoncé and Kelly for years. That tension, that subtle awkwardness, it's been showing up in interviews, in body language, in the way Kelly sometimes seemed to shrink when Beyoncé stood beside her. But it wasn't until Michelle dropped these breadcrumbs that people really started connecting the dots. It wasn't just insecurity, it was systemized imbalance. And Kelly, she's been quietly battling it for years.
This just dropped a whole new couple of songs, and it's my understanding that Renaissance 2 may or may not be country-based. And then there's a rumor going around that Renaissance 3 may be either rock-based or a DC reunion.
That is her business to talk about. But just ask them. I'm here talking about Mia Culpa on February 23rd, and that's what I'm most excited about right now. I think that's that, and then and I'm.
And y'all, the timing of all this, it couldn't be more suspicious. Just as Kelly is making her move to hit the road with fellow R&B icons Brandy and Monica, two women fans have begged to see perform together for decades. Michelle decides now is the time to speak out. Kelly should be celebrating, but instead, this tour announcement has turned into a debate about her status in the industry. Because here's the kicker. Kelly's not headlining, she's opening. Yes, Destiny's Child royalty. Opening for two artists she arguably stands shoulder to shoulder with. The internet is divided, and Michelle's comments just added fuel to the fire. But that's not even the full tea. Kelly isn't opening the tour alone, she's sharing the slot with rising stars like Mooney Long and Jamal Roberts. Now, no disrespect, but let's be real. Kelly's been grinding since the 90s. She's a Grammy-winning, chart-topping artist. Sharing billing with newbies feels off, and Michelle subtly implying that jealousy might still be simmering. It's not helping. Instead of applause, Kelly's now facing questions like, why isn't she headlining? Or worse, did she miss her moment? And now comes the real jaw-dropper. According to Michelle, Beyoncé herself invited Kelly to join her on stage during her current world tour. We're talking major arenas, like her iconic Paris stop, where Destiny's Child reunions would have set fans into a frenzy, but Kelly allegedly declined. And the reason wasn't scheduling. It wasn't logistics. It was insecurity. Michelle claims Kelly couldn't stomach the idea of standing next to Beyoncé and watching the internet eat her alive with comparisons. She's been through it too many times, and apparently she didn't want to relive it. And honestly, that's not even hard to believe, because Kelly has admitted before, publicly, that living in Beyoncé's shadow took a real toll on her confidence. In interviews, she's opened up about the emotional warfare that came from constantly being cast as the other one, and in her iconic track Dirty Laundry, she confessed it all. While my sister was on stage killing it, I was enraged. Bittersweet, she was up, I was down. That wasn't just lyricism, that was pain dressed in poetry. Let's break it down even further. When Beyoncé dropped her debut solo album, Dangerously in Love, she shook the entire industry. Over 300,000 first-week sales, #1 on Billboard, multiple Grammys, it was domination. Meanwhile, Kelly's Simply Deep, which actually dropped earlier, pulled solid numbers, but nowhere near Beyoncé's tidal wave. She debuted at number 12, with around 77,000 copies sold. Respectable? Absolutely. But the comparison machine went into overdrive the moment Beyoncé launched. And that machine hasn't stopped since. And now let's rewind to the infamous Today Show incident. Headlines claimed Kelly stormed off because her dressing room was too small. Diva behavior, right? Wrong. People close to the situation revealed the truth. The room was just a distraction. Kelly left because she was once again being asked about Beyoncé during what was supposed to be her own press run. She came to promote her film, but all they wanted to talk about was Bey's next project. That kind of erasure doesn't just sting, it scars. This pattern, it's not isolated. It's a cycle. Kelly steps up to shine, and interviewers pull the spotlight right back to Beyoncé. It's happened countless times. One particular moment stands out. When asked if Beyoncé's next album would be a Destiny's Child reunion or country album, Kelly had to cut the interviewer off. "That's her business to talk about," she said. "I'm here to talk about my project." And the tone wasn't rude, it was exhausted. She's tired of playing backup in her own story. Michelle's comments are the match that reignited a years-old fire. Fans are revisiting every headline, every moment, every shady soundbite. From the Today Show walk-off to awkward interviews, to Kelly's refusal to join Beyoncé on stage. It all reads differently now. This isn't diva behavior. This is a woman who's spent decades being reminded that no matter what she does, she'll always be seen as Beyoncé's sidekick. That would make anyone snap. Let's not forget the original shakeup in Destiny's Child. Latavia and Latoya, remember them? They didn't even know they were out of the group until they saw the Say My Name music video. That's how cold things got. And who made that call? Matthew Knowles, the man managing the group while also being Beyoncé's father. You do the math. Fans have been side-eyeing that move for decades, and now with Michelle hinting at favoritism, it's all starting to click. Over time, the group shrank from 4 to 3, and the narrative shifted. It stopped being about Destiny's Child and started being about Beyoncé. The others slowly faded into the background. Michelle says even she felt that shift, felt the favoritism. And Kelly? She didn't just feel it, she lived it. Watching her best friend become a global icon while she struggled for radio play? That's not jealousy, that's frustration, that's pain. That's years of working just as hard but never getting the same spotlight. So now the internet is buzzing. Is Kelly still jealous? Or is this just the end result of being pushed to the sidelines time and time again? Maybe the media's the villain. Maybe Matthew was, or maybe it's a little bit of everything. But one thing is clear, Michelle's words have opened Pandora's box. And now that the fans are looking at Destiny's Child history with fresh eyes, it's clear this story isn't over. Not by a long shot. So what do you think? Is Kelly justified? Was Matthew out of line? Or is the internet just doing what it always does, stirring the pot? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Because the next video, it's even messier.